But you said endorsements aren't the way, and so it makes me wonder, at that point, you're getting a salary from the NFL, but you're not doing endorsements. We all, we preach having one income is too close to none. What other type of alternatives did you seek to find a way to make money off the field?
Partnerships.
Oh, okay.
Partnerships, right? Everybody wants to shake your hand and they want to make you the greatest thing ever, right? Oh my gosh, come do this, come speak here, come do that. I will, if I own part of that. Because if I own part of that, then I got ownership in that. And if I got ownership in that, then I speak about it a little more boldly. Right?
A little more passionate.
Right. And I have a little more energy of getting up every morning to come do what you want me to do, no matter how much you own, right? Think about owning 100% of nothing. That's nothing. But if you got your hands in enough things that I got my hands in, man, I got percentage in this. I got like 28, 30 plus companies, man, that my hands is in, that I own or partner, which means I have a relationship with them. If I can teach my kids, stop with endorsements, that's a check. And if somebody's able to write you that check, well, then I don't want the check. I'll give you an example. I signed my third contract. I'm sitting in the room, and the owner walks in, and he says, listen, we're going to make him the highest paid player in the game. So they give me $50 million, right? They give me 20 up front. And my agent looked at me, and I got up and walked out of the room. And he was like, what's wrong? Why are you walking out of the room? I said, because it finally clicked. Player money no longer impresses me. I want to know what he does. Because if he can pay me this much, then I need to learn that business, right? So athletes, think about this. Athletes are never introduced to the owner concept until you make enough money. Because they tell you, I'll put you in the next slot, right? Every athlete is slotted. So whether you think an agent is relevant or not, every athlete, the number is already marked. So when you come to that number, you're like, I want a few more million. I want a few 100,000 more. Maybe, but you're slotted. So they always make us think about the player. And then I wanted to know what an owner thinks like. So then I started sitting myself around owners. And I started to say, wow, that's a different conversation than I have in a locker room full of players. They don't even think about ownership. They don't even think about owning their IP at all. The only thing they think about is their next check. When you become a boss, you don't think about your next check, you write the checks. That's the difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
Yeah.
So, ownership, staying on the ownership theme, the NFL, I think it's like made 65% of black players make up the NFL.
73.
73, okay. No black ownership. So there's the Rooney Rule to try to, have more black head coaches, which a lot of people think that that's flawed, but at least they have something in place. What are your thoughts on having the majority of the league be black players, have no black ownership, and how can we get it to the point where there is representation in the owner's box?
We control sports, right? Blacks dominate that from an NFL level. But you're not changing that unless you're sitting in the ownership rooms. So we can argue all we want to about not having black coaches. But until we get a black owner in that office or two, then that ain't changing. No matter what rule you want to talk about. This is what I'm saying. Like, we only look for the check. We only look for the position that's given. In today's time, it's time for us to take that. That's what partnerships and ownership is, right? My goal is simple. My goal has never changed. I'm 47 years old. In the next 5 to 7 years, my goal is to put myself in the right position to possibly become the first black minority owner in the National Football League. Why? Because I want to change the narrative, right? If we don't do that, then no conversation changes.